Heritage England has designated the flooded field, known as the Garris, off Church Street in Gargrave, as an ancient monument, and given the site protected status. There is nothing which immediately points to why the site deserves this protection. It is reputed to be the site of a Saxon-moated manor house, which was annexed by the Danes during their occupation of Northumbria. In 1016, Canute the Great, son of Sweyn Forkbeard, completed the Danish invasion of England and, like his father, took the throne. Canute took steps to ensure the success of his conquest, and placed men he could trust in positions of power. One of these men was Thurbrand the Hold, a powerful Scandinavian lord who had lands in York and controlled most of East Yorkshire. Thurbrand was the grandfather of Gamal Carlson, the holder of the manor in Gargrave, known as the Garris. Under the orders of King Canute, Thurbrand murdered Uhtred of Bebbanburg, the Anglo-Saxon Earl of Northumbria, together with 40 of his trusted men, at a place called Wighill. It appears as though Uhtred thought he was attending a wapentake meeting in a great mead hall. The term wapentake literally means weapon take. All weapons were given up and made secure before allowing entry to the meeting, which was taking place within the great hall. The unsuspecting Uhtred and his men surrendered their arms. On the signal from Canute, Thurbrand and his well-armed followers surged forward from behind a curtain of thick animal hides and set upon Uhtred's company of weaponless warriors. Denied the means to defend themselves, all were quickly overcome and slain. This act of political murder seems to have started a family blood feud, which eventually affected Gargrave itself. Thurbrand's grandson Gamal, who controlled the Garris manor in Gargrave, was eventually to pay for this crime. In 1066, William the Conqueror won the Battle of Hastings, and then turned his attention to putting the whole of the country under his control. In 1069, faced with the unavoidable threat of the Normans, their sworn enemies, Thurbrand's grandsons, including Gamal, and Uhtred's great-grandson, Wulftheof, set aside the ongoing blood feud and joined forces with the Northern Earls, led by Wulftheof, Edwin of Mercia, and his brother, Morcar of York, making a formidable group to rebel against the Norman occupation. Supported by a Danish fleet sent by Canute the Great's nephew, Sweyn Estrithson, King of Denmark, the rebels occupied York and destroyed the Norman castles there. William the Conqueror retaliated viciously, harrying the north, destroying buildings, slaughtering livestock, burning seed corn, and salting the earth to prevent crops from being grown. He established the frontier honour of Skipton to subdue Craven and push the Norman border into Lancashire. The last act of the so-called blood feud happened in 1074, when Gamal and most of his close family were murdered by Wulftheof's retainers during a feast at his brother's manor in Setrington. The Great Domesday Book, completed in 1086, identifies the Danish Thane, Gamal Carlson, as being the lord holding this manor prior to the Norman conquest of Britain. Unfortunately, the original Saxon holder of the manor has yet to be discovered. The entry in the Domesday Book describes Gargrave as waste land, with an added comment of destroyed. Of the several manor sites recorded in Gargrave, the Garris is the last to have a visible presence. Thorfinn of Ravensworth held a manor which now lies beneath the area of North Street, occupied by the village hall and Stories House. Edwin, Earl of Mercia, held Manorland where South Street now exists, together with the Manor of Home, which is now occupied by Home Farm. Gargrave Heritage Group has taken the first steps to gather further information on the site. Having gained permission and a license from Historic England to conduct a geophysical survey, the first scan of the site began on Sunday, the 6th of February 2022. Magnetometry, a non-intrusive method of collecting information on the variations the Earth's magnetic field, was used to do this. Magnetometry reveals what lies beneath the ground, without the need to dig down. The next stage, using a drone to make a photogrammetric survey, took place on Sunday 10th of April 2022. This study needed only the permission of the landowner, which we had been granted. Combined with the information gathered from the magnetometric survey, the results may show what structures may have been on the site, and the era when they may have been erected. These final images are taken from both the magnetometry and the photogrammetric surveys. The images generated from the magnetometry are shown overlaid on an image of the Garris taken from Google Earth. Very much reduced in size are the two pictures generated from the photogrammetric survey. When all the data has been analyzed, we will reveal what has been discovered.